Thank you, Murthy, for the introduction. Thanks for having me here. So I'm Rakhee Singhal. I'm heading the products at Actionable Analytics Group. And today we are going to talk about the brand image and AIML. As we understand, brand image is very, very important to every business because so what do you mean by brand image? Brand image is the image of the company, how the consumers perceive it, right? So there are multiple factors which impact brand image and how we can solve for it and what are the challenges it might face and how it can be solved through AI and machine learning. That will be the agenda of the talk. Yeah. So basically, every business, they have to ensure that their customers are safe and they can trust the companies for whatever they are selling. So it is the responsibility of the company to behold the trust of their customers and ensure them they are safe, they are not being defrauded, they are getting good quality products. So one of the factors which can impact any business is the quality of the quality of product and services which they sell. And this becomes a challenge when we move to an online platform where we deal with user-generated content or third-party content. It is a challenge because we don't have any control. The company doesn't have any control what kind of content they'll be receiving, what kind of content will be get published at their website. So they have to be very, very ensure that the quality of the content is very good and it's up to the mark, and it should cater to the expectation of their customers. So what impacts the brand image? What could be the challenges with the content? So the challenges of the content are, it could be unlawful or unauthorized content. It could be adult content, hate speech, copyright infringement, which involves like, counterfeits, trademark infringement, then violence, drugs, pawns, arms and ammunitions, which you are not authorized to sell, but you are selling. So this not only impacts the customer experience, but also attract litigation, which no business wants because it can negatively impact their business image. Then there would be inappropriate content, like wrong description of product and services. You are selling substandard products, like if a company which is selling bags, and some third-party sellers, they have listed their products which are not bags, they are something else like toys. So this is not what your customers are expecting from the company or the platform. So we have to ensure that the description of the product is concerned and we are selling the right kind of products which we are actually supposed to sell and which caters to the expectation of our customers. So what could be the impact of the content which I'm sharing? So these are some of the glimpses on e-commerce, like, if the quality of the content is bad, then the customers might not come back to your website. There'll be no stickiness, right? Because they are very upset, the kind of content you have, like if suppose they are Nike shoes, they have been described as high quality Nike shoes, but they are actually not Nike shoes. They are counterfeit of Nike shoes. So obviously this will impact the customer experience, which ruins your customer stickiness. And there is a high likelihood that the customers would leave your website. And then there is shopping cart abandonment. What does that mean? Like, as a customer, I have selected some of the items, I have kept it in the shopping cart, but I chose not to buy those products because I saw negative reviews and, something is not matching with the image says something else, but the description is not good. So it all impacts negatively our customers, which again impacts our brand image as well as the GMV of the company. Then it will again impact the brand trust, as customers are not going to come back again, and which we want the customer loyalty, and we want to increase the lifetime value of our customers, which will get impacted and hampered. These are some of the instances which might be the result of a bad content, right? Mhm. So this is the financial impact, like how the customer experience. But now let's see the next side of things, because we have to monitor the content, right? Every site, whosoever is getting user generated content or third party content, they have to moderate, like screen and monitor the content, what they are getting. So some of the websites, they involve human reviewers or moderators, so to say. And this is a human impact of content moderation, because what happens is they have been human moderators, they have been given specific quotas, which they have to, achieve within a specific timeline. And it's not good, right? They work in a very bad environment, and it might impact their mental health. So, and it has been attracting a lot of litigations, and several, documentaries have been focused on this area. So, and no company wants to get into that. So how we can solve for this problem? So one of the things could be, going for automation. Because human moderation is not that easy. It's not that easy to scale up, because as you know, that user generated content is increasing leaps and bounds, and it will be difficult to have human moderators. Besides that, the another angle is that they have been under stress and mental trauma, which can attract litigation, which is bad for the company, and it can negatively impact the image of the company. So now comes about industries which are impacted by the malicious content or bad quality content. So it is not just restricted to e-commerce. It involves any kind of marketplace like Craigslist, eBay, OTA, media, social networks. Today we see Facebook, Twitter, Yahoo, WhatsApp. Everywhere we are getting user-generated content, and how to solve for that problem. So that is a very, very huge problem, which can not only be solved by human moderators, as I mentioned earlier. So yeah. So content moderation. So every website, this is a, this is kind of a survey which was conducted by Pew Research Center. And they just try to understand like how the moderation is like. They did their study on 7 websites, and they saw that everyone is doing moderation in some form or other. Some are doing it themselves, some have human moderator, some ask their group or channel admin to moderate the content. As you must have seen that several posts, if you are a part of a Facebook group and you try to upload your content, it first goes for approval to its admin before getting it published. So that is also one of the ways of doing the moderation. Then there are user level moderation also, like anybody, if you're watching any video or image on Facebook or any other media, you can just report it and their accounts can get blocked. So there are multiple ways how we can get this done. So this is our way of how we solve for this problem. We saw that there are challenges with human moderation as well as with automation, because 100% automation is not possible, because every day we are getting different kind of content, and it is very, very difficult to catch hold of it with just by AI and machine learning. So the technique which we have deployed is the marriage between man and machine. Not just 100% automation, not 100% relying on human moderators, but yeah, helping human moderators to ease their task with the help of AI and machine learning. So first block which you saw as storage, it depicts the types of content. So when I say a type of content, so the content can come in text, image, and video. So when we talk about text, so basically, if you go to Amazon or any kind of a marketplace where the goods are sold by third-party sellers, when they upload their listings, so listing comprises of image and text, right? So text is what? The description, what you see on the website, right? And the image is the image of pictures which have been clicked for the product, right? So, and video is like on Facebook, you upload your videos, and on YouTube, you upload your videos. So all these are the type of content which we are supposed to moderate. So then this entire content which has been uploaded, it goes through a reviewing process. And reviewing process, so first layer is model layer, where we have automated the system. So as I have mentioned earlier, there are multiple areas where we have to check for the content. So there could be policy violation, counterfeit, and adult content, and all those things. So for every kind of check, like for say, first instance, adult, right? So for adult, for text, we have a different filter. Image, we have a different filter. And for video, we have different filter just for adult. So one check, right? For another check like counterfeit or copyright infringement, we have different filter for each type of content. For text, we have a different filter. For image, we have a different filter. And for video as well, we have a different filter. Why we have different filters for each kind of text, each type of content? Because every content is different from other. Text, the way we check for text is very, very different because it is all textual data, right? And image is very different from what text is, because we get graphical image, and video is obviously a combination of image. So we have to check for that. So for every filter, like if we are checking for adult, for text, then for adult also, we have multiple layers, like 3 models. So some would be based on SVM, some would be based on deep learning techniques, random forest, and all those things. Why we use multiple models for each kind of filter, for each kind of content? Because we want to make sure that whatever scores we are getting, we combine those scores and ensure that the confidence score is high enough to ensure that we can accept that listing. If that listing has low score, then we outrightly reject those listings. But if we are somewhere in between, say 80 to 7%, we are not sure, like some models are giving high score, some are giving low score, then we can send it for the human review. So human review. So it's a combination of both the scores, and human review also, we have to go to multiple levels, right? Three human reviews, and we have now gamified that system. So so now what earlier what was happening was, human reviewers or moderators, what they were doing, whenever any listings are posted to them, they have to check for each and every check on balances, for say for adult, counterfeit, arms and munitions, and if there is any error, there is a wrong description, for all those things, they have to check for it. But now, wherever we find that there are low confidence score, only that portion of the listing has to be reviewed by the content moderators or human moderators, so to say. So that's how we ensure that it's kind of a marriage between man and machine. We should not rely on any one technique, because of the thing, stakes are high, and the brand image is at the stake. So, yeah. So now once we are done with that, we do our content moderation. Then what are the benefits? What are the OKRs which will we meet? So it will protect our advertisers. They'll face because if we have a good brand image, then they'll be more pro to advertise their products with us. They are ready to pay for us. If it is questionable, then obviously they'll go back. Then protect brand image or reputation. As I have mentioned that bad content or malicious content can impact our brand reputation negatively. So we don't want that to happen. So this will also protect us from that. Then increase the brand loyalty, because the content is high quality, and we are serving or selling whatever we have promised. So it will increase the repeat customers and increase the stickiness of our customers, and that hence increase the brand loyalty. Increase brand engagement, that more and more people will be involved. People will be giving a word for our brand, and they'll be, friends and families, they'll be spreading a word for us, and we'll be, so this will have a huge impact on that. And protect communities, of course, when we are a part of YouTube, Twitter, we don't want to share any kind of fake news or violent act or hate speech. So in order to protect our communities and ensure that we are living in a civil society, these are the important factors which we have to consider while doing a content moderation. So yeah, that's all from my side.